What's the vibes? What's the vibes? Happy New Year,
Yeah.
everyone. Great way to start off the new year. The Knicks are now officially undefeated in 2024. uh, you know, this great way to introduce uh, OG Ananobi and Precious Achua into Knicks life. You feel me? Shout out to my guy Dwayne in the building. What's good, Brody?
Yeah.
Happy New Year, my guy. Yeah, great win tonight against a really good team. Best in the West. Knicks definitely avenged the loss that we took in Minnesota. Uh, Before we get into any to the specifics, uh, what's good, Mrs. Knicks? How you?
I'm good. Happy New Year, y'all. Just
Mm,
like you said, great way to start the year. New faces, same result, a W.
yeah, absolutely. You feel me? Absolutely. So I guess we get right into it. Uh, OG Ananobi to me immediately showed me why we made this trade. I didn't even take a half a quarter. The first 2 minutes into the game, I was just telling Mrs. Nix right before we got on live. I was like 2 minutes into the game. I was like, "Yep, that's why we made this trade." And
Facts.
the impact was immediately felt on the defensive end. Shout out to Darlene. Happy New Year's. You know what
Hey,
I mean?
Darlene.
Impact was felt immediately. Uh, I think he hit a corner three
Three.
immediately. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And showing that he could space the floor, and he did space the floor for one Julius Randle, they really couldn't double Julius Randle all night. They couldn't. They had to respect the fact that you had Dante DiVincenzo and OG Ananobi on the court with Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson, because you also remember he's a really good 3-point shooter too. So Cat had to deal with Jules one on one all night, and he could work. 39, 39 points. Should have been 40 if Julius Randle made his last free throw, but he gave Cat work all night. And then I'll take that personal when Julius Randle give Cat work, because I'll be on my social medias and I'll be watching Knicks fans talking about trade Julius Randle for that guy. And I'm like, what in what world? Because Julius Randle always gives son work. You know what I mean? He always
Facts.
gives son work. Shout out to
It's
Kev on the
funny
pull
that you.
up.
Hey,
Yeah.
What's up,
Kev.
y'all? What's up,
It's
y'all? What's up? Got my
it's fun.
headphones.
It's funny that you said that because I'm in a chat with my homeboys, and we usually chat during the game. And I said the same thing. I said, Julius be playing him like, this is my home. You ain't taking this.
Oh,
Word,
oh, yeah, he gave
word.
that man work. 39 of them things. Nine
Th-
rebounds. You know what I
th-
mean?
This,
Gave
this,
him work.
this, this is the guy that is supposed to be the guy that we supposed to be trading for. That he was getting
Right.
buckets.
Yeah, I just said that, Kev, word. Right when you pull it up. That's exactly what I was just saying. So yeah,
Word. Happy New Year, darling.
I take that matchup personally every time.
Word,
Because y'all know 30 is my guy. You feel me? So
word,
when
word,
when he played Cat,
word.
I'd be like, oh, I want him. And not saying Cat didn't have a bad game. Cat had a really good game. He had 29
Yeah,
points, but he didn't have a better game than Julius Randle. Julius Randle gave him
word.
work all night. You feel me? But back to
Especially
the
them
old,
last 8 minutes.
yeah. Drew, and I love to see it because Jalen Brunson was struggling shooting wise. I won't say offensively because he had 14 assists.
Facts.
He still contributed heavily to the offense. It's just that he had an off shooting night. And to see now, excuse me. Now, just imagine, because I'm derailing just a little bit. Just imagine, Jalen Brunson still put up like 20 something shots tonight, right? Just imagine him being uh, efficient as he is on offense and
Blowout.
showing that, hey, I can still serve the guys. I put up 20 shots and still got 14 assists. Like
Mm-hmm.
imagine if
Word.
this would have been over. It would have been a 30-point victory, and that's scary to see
Facts.
that Jalen Brunson could put up 14, get 14 assists and still put up 20 shots. Shows that we are more dangerous offensively as well. Like I said, I just said it a few minutes ago. They could not double Julius tonight. And I was waiting for the time where they tried like to blitz Julius, but you're playing a dangerous game. OG DiVincenzo out there could knock down threes. Like I said, Brunson, you got OG, and shout out to OG. You know, no disrespect to RJ, but you saw a lot on both ends of the floor where RJ was deficient. Like RJ don't move without the basketball well. OG was
Facts.
cutting. He was getting hit on cuts from Alhart, from Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, cutting to the basket, moving without the ball. That was important. He caught like I think like 6, 8 points just off cutting to the rack. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
defensively, what OG was able to do against Ant was important too. Yes, Ant had 35. Shout out to Purple Knicks. Yes, Ant had 35, but most of those points happened when OG was on the bench.
Word.
Facts. Facts.
OG kind of took Ant out the game for a little bit. I've been talking for a long time, so I'm gonna land the plane. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, and that prior in that first game against the Wolves, and Anthony Edwards gave us work. He
that
gave us
second
work.
half was crazy.
Yeah, he gave us work, and so did Cat. Another guy that was giving us a big problem was Rudy Gobert, and Isaiah Hartenstein shut that shit down. Which is
Three blocks.
I
Clump
would
clump.
like Stephen A. Smith to step up to the mic and explain to me what kind of basketball games you be watching, because today iHeart made his presence felt in the paint. Every time Rudy Gobert went up there, your man got his shit punched. So I want to
That
understand, make me understand what basketball games you've been watching to say that Isaiah Hartenstein isn't a threat in the paint. He's
Facts.
doing
to,
a fantastic job backing up Mitch right now.
yeah, to quote
Facts.
Stephen A. Smith, now I gotta deal with some guy named Hartenstein. He even pronounced the boy name right, Hartenstein. And I was sitting there like, you clearly don't watch Knicks basketball, bro.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yo, what up, Mike? What up, Mike? And
Mike
this is
Brown
why
was
I
good.
like salute to Kendrick Perkins, because he be the only one putting all these people in a place. Like y'all just don't be watching basketball, bro. It's obvious.
Right.
They watch stat sheets, and I get it. You know,
Word.
Stephen A. Smith is a very busy man. He got multiple podcasts. He damn near runs ESPN. Uh, so I get it. It might be
Hmm.
difficult for you to watch Nick games, but don't sit up there and stat sheet watch and then try to bash Hartenstein, because if you watch your basketball, like when Mitch got hurt, I was disappointed. I was severely disappointed because Mitch was playing phenomenal. But I was not worried because I knew we had our heart. I knew we had
Hmm.
Facts.
our heart. So for him to sit up there, now I got to deal with a guy named Hartenstein. You don't watch Knicks basketball, because he and tonight definitely should be taking, the league should have took notice, because
Hmm.
Gobert is not a bum. He's not an
No.
offensive juggernaut. He's not a bum, and he played very well against Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is a 7 foot, 7'7" guy, and he got his shit punched 3 times, two on dunk attempts
Yep.
by
Yep.
Hartenstein. So,
Facts.
Yo.
and Hartenstein's passing ability, the way he catching OG cut to the basket, catching DiVincenzo, catching Root Julius, beautiful to watch, man. Shout out to Alhart, man. If we had Mitch,
Oh my God. Those are the things that people like I don't think they catch. You know, those are the little things that iHeart does that make us so much better.
Yeah,
I actually think like you know, watching Mitch go down, that just it just goes to show you the kind of depth the Knicks got, you know. Because any other time, bro, any other time, we would have major problems right now if Mitch wasn't around. Major problems.
absolutely,
Facts.
absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
Word.
absolutely. And adding pressures adds to that depth.
Hmm.
Because we got to see him at 5 tonight. And granted, he's going. Pressure didn't. He struggled with Gobert, which makes sense because Precious is like 6'8".
Yeah,
Rudy
he's
Yeah,
Gobert
really a
is
yeah,
7 feet.
power forward. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. He's not a five.
But you see him putting up that fight and seeing that there's a different look that we could give and go small ball because Precious does play bigger than his size, right? So they just
Hmm.
know that is another look that we able to give. And his minutes were pretty solid. I wasn't mad at
Yeah.
his minutes tonight. Like even being, you know, playing uh, playing a bona fide 7 footer, I wasn't mad at Precious tonight. Like, oh my God, Tibbs, what are you doing? Get this guy. Nah, it wasn't that feeling. It was more like when Rudy Gobert got a rebound or score, it's like, okay, cool. Like,
Hmm.
but you had to work for that. Like,
Word.
yeah, yeah,
Facts.
I am not mad. Shout out to the front office. Did
That's
a
a good
great
Facts.
job,
question by
man.
that's a good question by Mike. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what that does to Sims. He's been available to play the last two games, so it's kind of weird. It's kind of interesting to see what Tommy T does with Jericho Sims. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I I don't believe that Sims fell out the rotation. I just think Coach Tommy T is
Coach
being
Tommy
careful
T.
with Sims. Yeah,
Hmm.
I think he's just being careful with the situation. No need to rush him back. I
Right.
think we especially tonight where we took the lead early and
Hmm.
yeah, nah, sit on the bench. We're not getting killed on the boards like that. We are actually dominating the boards tonight. Uh, I think we was like plus 10 on the boards. So
One thing I liked about this game is how
Plus
we was up,
plus
how we
15 on
was
the boards.
look at
see,
that. See, look at that. We was how we was up like 22, I think it was at one point,
Yep.
and then we lost the lead, and then we was able to figure out how to still win the game, even though we lost that 22-point lead. To me, I think
yeah,
that was pretty impressive against a team like Minnesota. You know, they like the best
yeah,
team in the West. I
Facts.
thought
yeah.
that
We
was
I mean,
pretty.
we knew they weren't going to go down easy. I think everyone knew they were going to go on a run, but we got to show love to Randall for that because that boy went on some mellow on Easter Sunday in that fourth quarter.
Word,
oh,
Yo, he
word,
went crazy.
word. He
I
started.
I will
He
say
went off.
yeah, I will say this though. When they started to come back, I was never worried. Like I've been in we've been in situations like this as Knicks fans, right?
Yeah,
Where
Hmm.
we see the opposing team coming back and we're like, oh God. But I always felt like I felt like, oh no, we good. We are good. Because I think they started pushing back when Julius Randle was on the bench.
hmm
And I was like, when Jules come back, I felt like my feeling was like when Jules come back, we're gonna slow all this shit down. When OG get back on the court, we're gonna slow all this shit down. And that's exactly what happened. Jules came back on the court, and OG came back on the court. It kind of slowed their roll a little bit. You know what I mean? And that last foul on OG was fucking disgusting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
These
I
refs need
about to say
to need to be investigated because that was just nasty work. That was a
it
nasty
really
work.
was. It really
But
was, man.
to land the plane, I never felt like the game was slipping from us. It was just more like That's a really good team. This is what they're going to do. They're going to try
Yep.
to win this basketball game. And they got Ant Edwards on their team. And Ant was trying to bring them back. But Julius came and shut the door, hitting fadeaway jumpers and cat face. Oh, it was beautiful to see.
Oh
Beautiful to
yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was, man, because for years you see they even got him in trade rumors with the guy. You know what I mean? So to be able to see him put in that type of work, man, that was good. That was fun to watch. It was fun to watch.
We're going to talk about those trade rumors a little bit later. Uh, I just wanted to finish wrapping up talking about this game, but we're going to get to that, Kev, because I might have to press the button on my sound effect for that one. You feel me? But overall, I'm looking at the stats, right? We got one, two, three, four, five guys in double figures, four guys with 15 or more.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. That's
hmm
nice. You
Facts.
got four guys with 15 or more. That's nice. You're gonna win basketball games like that. And with one of your best players having a struggle of a evening, you know, I ain't gonna lie. Jalen Brunson messed up the parlay tonight. He's the only thing I need. I need him for 20 plus.
Yo, that's what Fraz was saying. Fraz was like, "Come on, man, come on, man. We only 4 points away. 4 points
four
away."
points. 4 points. You feel me? But it's all good. You know what I mean? Uh, and something that we not gonna gloss over is the way that Josh Hart has been rebounding the ball lately.
Crazy.
Yeah,
11,
yeah.
11 rebounds from a guard is crazy off the bench.
A six,
Right.
a 6'4" guard at that. A six
Underside.
four
Right.
guard.
Underside.
So we just not gonna act like that's not a thing because again,
Word.
be on my social media, I see a lot of Knicks fans giving Josh Hart a hard time and not really appreciating the fact that we had this man playing power forward at 6'4". Yes, it's going to look nasty because he's not even supposed to be there for real. He's playing a
hmm
role and not complaining about it, much like he was suffering from the same thing that Alec Burke was suffering from when his last year as a Knick.
Yep.
Uh, Alex Burke was catching a lot of heat, but he was really
hmm
playing a position that he not
He's
comfortable with
not.
playing, right? So now you got Josh Hart back in his natural position, and he is dominating the ball. 11, 2, and 8 off the bench is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
well, 8, 11, and 2, really, because it's 8 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists. It's crazy coming off the
And
bench. I'll take that.
and
I'll take that any day of the week, yeah, Cap.
and when his shot is falling, it's even better. Because
Yeah,
when his 3-point shot is dropping, boy, that's he's dangerous, man. He could be a
Facts.
yeah.
real dangerous player, bro.
And again, we talk about. I heard people talking about where we gonna get 15 points a game from that quickly was giving us. Again, I point to you, Dante DiVincenzo. I love watching Dante play. It's
Yeah.
amazing to watch Dante play. I get pure joy for watching the way that Dante plays basketball, the way that he plays on the defensive
Oh my
end,
God.
the way he's in constant motion on the offensive end, the way that he could shoot the rock. Oh, I get pure joy. And his 15 points
Facts.
was as big, and the way that he shoots from 3-point range. I said this before, and I say it again. Every time he puts up a shot, I assume it's going in. I
Facts.
assume it's going in,
Facts.
and that's good. Ariel was good. Uh,
Yo, Burr.
Let's not forget Quentin Grimes had a really good game today. He gave us a solid what he played 18 minutes, solid
yeah,
18
hmm
minutes, 10 points, and the way he was moving without the ball today, he wasn't just standing behind that 3 point line. I was like Kev over there smiling,
I was.
smiling.
I was. Y'all already know, man. When it comes to him, or he looked more comfortable out there in this game. You know, like
Fact.
he was not hesitating to even shoot the rock. Like he was grabbing it, flinging it, which is something that I like to see.
Yeah,
But I do like to see him be aggressive and take it to the cup like I think he can do. You know, so that
yeah,
was something good to see, man. That was something
Mhm.
good to see. You start doing if he start doing stuff like that, man, you know,
uh,
it's gonna be a problem.
Right,
and
and that goes back to what Tea Time was saying, where them 15 points is going to come from. It's going to come from anybody, because anybody on our bench could throw it up.
That's
yeah,
a fact.
absolutely.
That's a fact.
So, uh, and Kev, you just mentioned about him moving
Yep.
without the basketball, not just standing behind a 3 point line. I think that goes with that's. Excuse me. I think that's contagious. I think you see the whole team doing it, you start to do it. Especially when you got a big man that's gonna find you when he catches the ball in the high post. He's gonna find you cutting to the basket. 8 out of 10 times, you're gonna get a bucket. You feel me? Like so, and I think that energy is kinetic. The same thing with defense. I think watching Obi on the court inspired something in Drew because Drew was playing some defense tonight. I
No,
like
Yep.
the way,
listen, I loved it.
yeah, and like I said this yesterday. Like it's going to
Hmm.
be contagious. I said, yo, Drew is going to see
Game
the way
one.
OG is playing defense, and that's going to inspire him to play defense on a more consistent level. And you saw that tonight. Julius Randle took
Hmm.
this game hella personal, and on both ends of the court. Uh, 106 is what we gave up tonight. That's a hell of a lot different from the 120 plus we've been giving up over the last, what, 6 or 7 games.
More than
Yep.
that, yeah. Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
we remember we were saying it the other day. You know, this trade is gonna make us go right back up in that
The defensive
defensive
rating.
that defensive rating category. We're gonna shoot right
yeah,
back up there, bro, because you can see the difference just alone in the first half. Like, okay, this is good. This
yeah.
is what I want to see. I like this. I like this type of play.
Yep.
I said it 2 minutes in. I was already like, yep, yep.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Mm-hmm.
exactly what I was
Mm-hmm.
expecting. And the thing,
And not
yeah, Kat,
no,
yeah,
and just to see him, you know, playing the defense that OG was playing on Anthony Edwards, I was like, okay, we got a shot in this game. Because he's not in the last game in the first half, forget it. He was he was
yo,
going off on us.
and that's just the prototype of what we was talking about. The last live was, you know, being able to guard like wings of similar to Ant Edwards, guys around that 6'5" to the 6'8" range. He even played four and was giving. OG even played four and was shutting down Cat. Cat is seven
Hmm.
feet tall, bro.
Hmm.
And OG was
Yeah,
like, "Yeah, nah, I'm in the garden now. And
yeah.
ain't shit sweet over here. You feel me?" But another thing too, not only the defense, OG gave us 17 points, but it's the efficiency of the 17 points. I think he was like what
Hmm.
6 for 9 or something like that.
I'm gonna tell you
Something
right
like
now.
yeah. And that was the most important. That was another important part for me. Like
OG
RJ
was
was
seven
giving
for
up
12.
7 for 12,
Yep.
missed 3 shots. Yeah, efficient.
Mhm.
Like if RJ was giving us 17 points, again, no knock to the kid. As of late, he would have been 5 for 20. He'd have been 5 for 20. Like these things matter. When you got your third option on the court and he's being efficient at scoring the basketball, that's less fast break opportunities for teams. Teams are starting to run more on misses and makes. You know what I mean? So you get to slow down the pace when you're actually putting the ball through the hoop and setting up your defense. And that was dope to see. That was dope to see because I'm like
Facts.
running the floor all that. Oh, it's just beautiful to see. Welcome to New York, OG. You feel me? Like I feel like we could beat any. I always feel like we could beat anybody, but now Now we plugged a major hole, and it's gonna be good shit coming.
Uh, our 3 point shot is gonna shoot up too. Like we one of the best. Like I think we like a top 10 3 point shooting team. So I think now that stat is gonna go up. I think OG was 3 of 6 from the three
Yeah,
point line. So
I mean
um
you again.
he's
No,
gonna
no, not
knock
trying to.
he's gonna knock
Yeah,
down those shots that RJ wasn't knocking down.
that's exactly what I was about to say. Not trying to shit on RJ, but we ain't got RJ
Yeah,
putting up going 1 for 6,
word.
tanking our 3 point percentage. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, I
Yo,
mean,
I
and
appreciate you, Ario. Appreciate you, bro. Word.
yeah, shout out to you, man. Uh, but looking forward beyond this game, we just had what like a stretch of 10 games where we played over 500 teams, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and we came out the other side 5-5. I can't really be mad at that. Uh, we could wish for better, but can't be mad at coming out of that situation 500. Then I think our next 5 games we play sub 500 teams, and the
Mm-hmm.
Knicks are undefeated when playing sub 500 teams. And I don't see that changing. I don't
Nah.
see that changing. And this is a great chance for us to try to wiggle back up the standings. I know it's still early and everything is still close, but I just don't like the look of out the number in the standings is like 8 for us right now. I don't like the way that looks. That feels nasty to me. Uh, we don't belong here. That's how I feel. I know it's still kind of early, but we don't belong here, and it feels nasty. So I need my Knicks to to sweep these sub 500 teams and move back up. I think we play
So,
Chicago next.
yeah, we had 7 because the
Yeah.
Cavs lost today
Oh, what? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
So
Cavs
boom.
lost. That's why your
to
man,
Toronto.
yeah, and
They lost to
actually,
Toronto.
both I was watching that game. Both quickly and RJ played well in that game. Or
Nah, shout out to them.
I'm
You know what I
going,
mean? Shout out
or
to them. I wish them nothing but success. But you know,
or
They're not
Chicago's
Knicks
another
no
team.
more. That's it.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
yeah,
Uh, that's
that's a
why I
fact.
even watched the game. That's why I took a nap. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, they playing. Not my concern. I ain't bet on them. You feel me? Like that's the only way I would have watched. If they was in a parlay, then I would have watched the game. They wasn't in a parlay, so I took a nap. So, what you would call it? Oh, Chicago is another game. Even though I know we know they stink, it's another game I take super personal because you know the glazing of DeRozan and Zach Levine like that was happening amongst some of the Knicks fan base. I can't wait to wash them up. I can't wait for
Yeah,
Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson to give them 25 plus a piece. I can't wait to see. I can't wait for
OG
OG
to lock
to
down.
lock up Zach Levine or DeRozan. I can't wait for it to happen. I can't wait
and
for it
you
to happen.
and you know, the Kobe White glazing too. I ain't gonna hold you though, Ariel. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I picked him up on my fantasy league, and your man is helping me win games. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
I do think this is gonna. I think we're gonna win this game. I'm tired of Zach Levine trying to diss the Knicks. I don't want to be a Knicks. We don't want you either.
Oh yeah.
Like
Can't
we
wait.
don't want you either. Stay over there.
Can't wait to wash him up. Can't wait to wash
Word.
him up. Yeah, can't wait.
Fact.
Well, it's gonna bring me pure, unadulterated joy. Uh, I'm telling you. Nah, but yeah. So you speaking of Zach Levine and trade rumors. Now we can get into the bullshit. Uh,
hmm
that that's that people are spewing that Julius Randle is going to be traded uh
Oh
for
my God.
for stuff. Yeah, for a star, whatever the case may be. Yo, y'all got to cut this shit out, man. Oh, hold on. Wait, wait,
Hold on,
wait,
put
wait,
it on, put it on.
Yeah, yeah,
wait,
yeah. Put the
wait,
rant up.
wait. Hold on. Let me get right.
Ridiculous, bro.
Oh, let me get right because incoming rant. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta cut the shit. Y'all gotta
Word.
cut the shit because let me put it like this: y'all didn't even see the OG trade coming. It took
Mm-hmm.
everybody by surprise.
Yes.
Everybody,
Yes, it did.
even the players on the team, was like, "What just happened?" So, what makes you think? What makes you think that anybody has a beat on what the Knicks is doing? What? Yeah, what does anybody? What makes you think anybody has a beat on what the Knicks is doing? They
Mm-hmm.
don't. It's cap and clickbait. Cap and clickbait, and y'all fall for it hook, line, and sinker every single time. Every single time. And it's annoying. Stop it. Julius Randle's not going nowhere. He's playing amazing basketball. He's soon to be a three-time All-Star. He's this is not an anomaly. He's playing efficient basketball now. Like the things that y'all asked for, he's doing. And
Like
that's
y'all wanted bully ball. Y'all wanted bully ball Randall. You got bully ball Randall, and you still want to trade the dude out of here. I don't. It doesn't make sense to me, bro.
Facts.
yeah. Ariel, they've been saying sell on Julius High for the last 2 years. And the front office has shown no interest in moving Julius Randle. Why would you do that? Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of
Mm-hmm.
the Knicks' success is contingent on Julius Randle. A
That's a
lot
And
of
if
y'all
you
would
fact.
have,
look, and if you process this trade was made to build around Randall and Princeton. It wasn't to,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm assume dismantle this part too. Because if they were gonna assume dismantle this part too, that trade would have been for a superstar.
you
Yup.
heard me. You heard me.
Yup.
And and running on with the theme of nobody has a beat on what the New York Knicks front office is doing. Shout out to my
Yeah.
man Leon Rose for declining another media interview. Shout out to Leon Rose going, hey, yo, you want a request for what?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Shout out
Tell
to
him how long
Ariel.
he ain't talked to the media. Tell him how long.
Yo,
Right.
well, it's been since 2021.
Yep.
And that's the thing. That's the thing that people don't like. He be shunning. He completely shunned the media from any kind of, yeah. Like this is why it confuses me when people start coming out with all these rumors. Like you haven't learned your lesson. It's been what? How long it's been? 5 years. 5 years. Leon Rose has been out. The guy run. What's his position? The president of operation. Four
Four.
years.
Yeah.
4 years. He's that's the way he moves. I honestly I like it. I love it. Keep the media out of all our business. They don't need to know nothing. They don't need to know
Facts.
absolutely nothing.
Facts. Because if like boom, if you're not in the, if you're not in the if you don't say anything to the media, they can't twist your words, right?
Facts.
They can't try to drive a wedge between you, your coaching staff, and your players. Like, look at the whole. Leon Rose had to learn from Phil Jackson's situation and how nasty that was, and how that played out in the New York media, and how players was ran through the mud because of cryptic of speech and stuff like that. They can't do it if you don't talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
All they can do is man. And Stephen A. Smith, and that's another reason why he'd be mad and hypercritical of the Knicks because he's another one of those guys who want access that can't get access, and he goes on. He's having a kitty temper tantrum because Leon Rose and nobody in the front office will speak to them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The work
Mm-hmm.
is you seeing the work, dog. You see, it's right in your face. It's right in your face what the plan is.
Right. Right.
We went and got it. Okay, Julius Randle. We get to the playoffs, right? This is first of all. Let's go back to Leon Rose's first interview as the president of operation. He said, "Hey, we're gonna build a team right through the draft and smart free agent signings. We're gonna remain available and flexible to stay aggressive in trade talks, and we're gonna work on building a contender team between 4 and 5 years. We should be contenders, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get to the playoffs first year that Leon Rose was president of basketball operations. He's seen that there was a deficiency in the roster. Initially in point guard scoring, he tried something to go get Kemba Walker and Evan to help with 3-point shooting and scoring and give Julius Randle some help in that regard. Didn't work out. Not all plans work out. But he wasn't stuck with Kemba's contract. He didn't put himself in a situation where he was stuck and couldn't move off some of those contracts, and which is exactly what he did. Got Kemba up out of here, got Jalen Brunson in here. Now you have a Batman and Robin situation with him and Julius Randle, while you're still hoping that RJ Barrett can ascend to the player that we all believe that he could be, right? Saw that now. Saw that wasn't working. What he do? Saw a major hole in the offense. Go get OG Anunoby for to me, what cost us less than what initially it would have cost us last year when we were chasing after him.
Yep.
Got
Yeah, that's true.
and remaining flexible to still make moves
That's it.
financially
Mm-hmm.
and asset wise. So now we're
True.
still available to be aggressive in trade talks and free agency coming in the next coming off season. Like what else? If you have any questions, revert back to his interview in 2021.
Yo, and
Revert back to that interview. Any questions?
you know what's impressive to me though? The fact that I think last year they was asking for like
I got
three
cut out
first
again.
round picks. They were asking for like three first round picks for OG. I remember, and I was like,
Yep.
hell nah. I was like, no, no, don't do that. No, please don't do that. Please don't, you know?
Facts.
And this year, we only gave up. Now, don't get me wrong, that second round pick is gonna be, it's gonna be like a late first round, but but it's still not three first round picks. We only gave up one second
Yeah.
round pick. So to me, I'm like, okay, I like the way Leon Rose be doing these trades. Like
Facts.
we don't never get fleeced. We don't
Facts.
never get fleeced. I think in this trade though, I think it worked out for both teams. Toronto got what they needed, and we got what we needed, and it worked out for both teams. And the other and number two, the fact that we was able to make this trade, even though we having a lawsuit pending against the Raptors because of what happened with that whole other shit. That to me was impressive.
Facts.
I'm like, okay, we making a trade with these guys? Like what?
Yo, hold on. Yo, Kev, I forgot all about that. That went over my head, bro. Yo,
Yo, bro,
nah, y'all gotta put some respect on my son name, man.
we made a trade. We made a trade with a team that we in court with.
You gotta put some respect on my son name, man. How many other president of basketball operations could pull that off? I'm gonna sue you and still take one of your better players off your team.
Word, word,
How many people
word.
could do that, bro? Yeah, I mean,
Because I
yeah.
My bad, my bad. I'm gonna land the
Now
plane
you
real
good.
quick. Cause yo, watching that Raptors game from when we played them the first time, I'm like, okay, I see the defensive holes them guys got now that OG ain't there. I saw it. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, they having problems getting stops. They wasn't having those kind of problems when OG was there, bro.
yeah. Listen, when we play the Raptors, it's going to be ugly for them. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
going to be perfectly honest, you know,
Word.
because it who they They who like I don't like the I don't Siakam ain't enough. I like Quick. I think Quick is somebody that we got to worry about, but I also think that
Hmm.
we got guys like Quick Game got a lot of holes in it too. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, and I think we got guys that could lock Quick up. You feel me? RJ Barrett, we all know we seen it for the last 5 years. The holes in RJ game. We got guys that's going to lock RJ right on up. So it's
I
gonna get
feel
ugly for them.
I feel like RJ will match up really well against. I mean, OG will match up really well against RJ. I think RJ would have a hard time against OG because just the kind of defensive player OG is, like he gives you fits. I was watching him today, like you don't really get to see Raptors games like that,
Yeah,
so you could catch some games here and there, but watching him there. Like, all right, I'm watching him for 4 quarters, and I'm watching the problems that he's giving Anthony Edwards, and I'm like, yeah, we was missing that. But now teams might have
absolutely.
a problem. Yo, teams might have a problem. Like now we could put him on anybody's best player and not have to be concerned about it.
Listen, he can guard 1 through 5, son.
1 through 5.
That's crazy.
Yo,
Crazy.
he
That's
was giving
crazy.
Carl Anthony Towns was kind of like you could see it,
Yeah.
like he was frustrated, like, man, I can't get a shot off on these guys, yo.
So I was like, I when I heard people saying he could guard 1 through 5, I'm like, right. I, a lot of people say that type shit, but you never see them really guard centers. Carl Anthony Towns is essentially a center. He just play power forward, right?
Yeah.
And watching guard Carl Anthony Towns, I was like, oh,
It
oh, okay. There's no bullshit, huh? We you
wasn't a
could put
lie.
you can put OG on Anthony Davis. Like I could see that being a matchup, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm cool. Like I'm cool.
Yo,
Yeah,
you could put him on Anthony Davis. You could put him on LeBron. You could put him on Kawhi. You could put him on Paul George. You could put him on Russell Westbrook. You could put him against anybody, and he's gonna give them fits defensively.
facts.
Like now we don't have to worry about those wings killing us. Like even in this game too, they shot the ball well from three, but like you saw usually there's always guys wide open. Like if
Yeah,
they got their shot off, it took them a while to get their shot off before they was able to. Like before this trade, there was 3, 4 guys wide open
Wide
behind
open.
the arc.
uh-huh.
Not in this game. Not in this game. They had to work. If they got that 3-point shot off, they had to work for it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What you gonna call it? And we're not talking about just any regular schmegular team here. You feel me?
Right.
So when you talk about how good offensively they shot, it's like, well, they are the best team in the West, and that's saying a lot
Right.
because there's a lot of good teams in the West, a lot of them,
Right.
Facts.
and
Facts.
and we played the best team in the West, and we beat them, and we slowed their pace down. Like they're not world beaters offensively. They don't put up the most numbers, but to hold them to 106 is impressive.
Right.
I
And
feel like in
let's
today's
not forget to mention he hasn't practiced with us. This was just straight
Nope.
natural talent. He hasn't learned Tibbs' defense schemes. He hasn't learned our offensive schemes. Everything we saw today was just raw and uncut.
Mm-hmm.
yo,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that we had 16 offensive rebounds today. That's crazy.
Yes. Yes. Yes, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And
That's crazy.
a lot. The fact is now you could put Josh Hart back to his original position and watch
Uh,
that man work. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Why? I love, I was just saying to myself yesterday before the game, I'm like, man, wait to see Josh Hart and OG on the floor at the same time. When I saw that shit today, I was in heaven, bro. I was like, yeah, oh man, I love this.
it was a lineup that was out there, and I was like, this lineup is kind of crazy defensively.
Yes.
And
Yo, dude.
it was like it was I Heart, it was Josh Hart, it was OG, it was Deuce,
Oh
and
yeah, I saw that.
I was
Yeah.
like, ain't a lot of scoring on the court, but niggas ain't
Hell
gonna
of a lot of people.
you ain't gonna be scoring on us
No,
neither.
bro, and you know, like you see Deuce, like wait until he starts getting comfortable out there. You know what
Hmm.
I
Right.
mean? Like now he's gonna start playing more. Now you're gonna start, he's gonna get more. He's gonna be the first player to come off the bench now. So now, now we're gonna start seeing a more comfortable Deuce McBride, and watch that 3-point shot, man. Watch that 3-point shot. Deuce, people sleeping on Deuce like he can't shoot.
Hmm.
Leave Deuce alone if you want to. Give him like 2 or 3 more games and watch how comfortable he's gonna get. That's another weapon a lot of people don't know about, especially on the defensive end. Those games that he wasn't playing and he will come out of nowhere, get 2 steals, 3 steals. You're gonna start seeing that a lot, man. That's gonna
Hmm.
help us out tremendously.
Yeah. Shout out to the organization for having faith in Deuce, giving my man
Word,
that little 3-year contract. It's dope to see. Uh, like
word.
play the kids is still alive, man.
Facts.
We still got some of our original draft picks, and it's kind of cool to see. It's kind of cool to see Quentin Grimes in that little burst of minutes he got tonight drop 10 points. You feel me? Like Kev said, I want to see him be a little bit more aggressive going to the cup.
Yeah.
Like Deuce, I think Deuce once he start getting comfortable, we're gonna start seeing his offensive game blossom.
Oh man. Mm-mm-mm.
And
That's gonna be beautiful because your man is a football player, so he be cutting through them screens like nothing. Like
yeah,
you ain't gonna I'll be sliced right through the tackles. B, what you talking
yeah,
about?
he this is this team from top to bottom is a coach Tommy T built team. Like
Yeah,
I think in his dreams, when he dream about a team, it'll look similar to this team right here. Like from top to bottom, if we had a healthy Mitch, he would want a center just like Mitchell Robinson. Because
God,
uh, if he dreamed of a backup five, he would dream of Isaiah Hartenstein. Like you
Facts.
already know that how Coach Tommy T likes his point guards to be, you know, the main cog in the offense. Uh, if you got when you talk about people coming off the bench, you talk about people like Josh Hart, Quentin Grimes, like these Deuce McBride. As a role player, he'll dream of people like Dante DiVincenzo, somebody who's a tough defender that can hit the corner three, could push the break, do all these other things. And you can you can see that this trade has put a shot of energy in his team. I love the way that everybody came out
yeah,
full of energy. You know what I mean? Because two
facts.
things can happen in a trade like that, especially with people who've been playing basketball with each other for as long as a lot of these guys have been playing basketball with uh, RJ and Quickly. They could either come out rejuvenated because they know that the front office did something to help their abilities to win, or they could come out lethargic because they sad about who they lost, right? And today, I like the response of my basketball team because they came out with energy against the best team in the West and put the beats on them. Because yeah, they
Word.
came back, but this was turning out to be a blowout at one point. You feel me?
Facts.
Fact.
Put the beats on them, and it was dope to see.
The
I'm
you,
about. I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to skate in a little while. So if we got anything, let's make it happen. Oh, man.
I was just how we came out in that second quarter was kind of impressive to me. I think we outscored them 38-17 in that quarter, so that was pretty
Yeah.
impressive. I thought that was big for us because in that first quarter they were giving us problems. Um, and then to come out the half, I think in the third quarter we started off like we missed the third and fourth quarter. We missed like our first 5-6 shots. I think in the fourth quarter we went like 1 for 9. We still was able to
Yeah.
come off with a victory. So I thought that was pretty impressive. But yeah, man, like you said, I was watching an interview with Mitch. Not an interview. I think that was just
He was
some
on.
shit he did.
Yeah,
And he was like, I lost my brothers and all that, and you kind of understand that at some point because all them guys were basically were puppies when we got them, basically,
facts.
like they grew up in our system, so they learned how to play with each other. Pause. That was crazy, but they were able to. They were but it just goes to show you like the mentality, how they stayed prepared even though they lost their brothers. They were
Yeah,
still able to go out there against one of the better teams in the West and still pull out an impressive victory against them, man. Because that was a big win for us.
and I also want to talk about how dominant the Knicks have been at home.
Mm-hmm.
Like
9-4.
now, in the not so distant past, this was not the case.
Right.
No.
We was getting our ass whipped at home. It was nasty.
Korean
Like,
night
Yeah.
and
That,
in
then
the
fact.
garden.
and then the last 2 years before this, it got a little bit better, but we were still barely a 500 team at home. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and now we're dominant at home, and it's dope to see what we like 11-2 or 11-4, some
Nine,
shit like
not,
that at home.
not 9-4. We 9-4.
9-4.
Yeah.
That is dope to see. Uh,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
that is dope to see because we didn't even get a lot of home games this year.
No, we did. We
Like,
just didn't get it early on,
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
getting them
it's
late in the
so
season.
yeah. I mean,
later in the
so
season.
far, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So far, we haven't got a lot of home games, and to see where our record's at, knowing that we've played more on the road and our schedule is so tough, and knowing how well that we play at home, things things in the standings going to shift because we're gonna start going on runs when it comes to wins, and protect the home is beautiful. I got to make it to the Garden this year. I haven't been yet. I got to because I just got to. You
That's
feel
a
me?
fact.
And yeah,
Facts.
Tim's got our boys ready to play at home, and that was one of his keys when he first took over. And he always talked about it like, "Yo, we gotta protect home court," and we weren't doing that in years before. And it's dope to see how this team really believes in the message of the coach from top to bottom. It's fire to see. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's a
yo,
fact, man.
if y'all ain't got nothing else, your boy about to
I
be up
think
out of here. The pace.
I'll be honest with you. I think we about to go on a nice little run. Um, I think we could be able to pull off the next five, maybe six in a row. I think so. I think
So
so.
let's see these games. Let me pull up these games
Yeah, that's what
before we
I'm
get
about to
up out of
do.
here.
So look at the schedule.
We got the Bulls on Wednesday. The 76ers without Joel Embiid on Friday. Then we
He's
got
hurt.
the
Yeah,
yeah,
he's been hurt these past couple games.
yeah. Then we got the Wizards on Saturday. Then we got the Trailblazers on Tuesday. Then we play the Mavs.
I think those are a lot of winnable games right there.
Absolutely. I think we could sweep those games out, to be perfectly honest.
Bulls, Sixers, Wizards, Trailblazers, Mavericks, Grizzlies, Magic. That Magic game is the one I want.
Or it's gonna be a different story.
Yeah,
We
that's
want
the one I want.
we gonna throw OG on Pablo. You feel me? Yeah. Shut
Hmm.
that shit down. You feel me?
Quiet. Zip it up.
Mm. Shut that
Yup.
shit down. And yeah, I, another game, another team I can't wait to play, but we don't play them all the way until oh yeah, we talked about this February 1st.
February
February 1st.
1st.
The Pacers,
Can't,
right?
can't
Yep.
wait to see them motherfuckers again. Oh, they was
Yeah.
talking spicy. They was
Yeah,
talking
that's a fact.
spicy. Can't wait
That's
to
a
play
fact.
them again. Oh
That's a fact,
man,
man.
and the
That's a fact.
Jazz too, because we supposed to kick their ass, and they kicked our ass, and we played them January 30th. So those two games, I can't wait for those two games too. They kick both of their ass, and
And we
both of them in
play
Garden.
and we play the Raptors on the 20th. I want to see that
The 20th of February.
of January. We played them in a few
Oh
weeks.
yeah, yeah.
We
Gonna
played
kick
them in a
their ass
few
too.
weeks, man. I want to see that, man. I want to see that. I want to see us, RJ and Quick, they going to be hyped to play us, B.
Yeah, we're gonna kick their ass too. Sorry to tell you.
Facts.
I love both of those
Facts.
guys.
Yeah,
I love both of
yeah.
those
I'm with
guys, but
it.
we're gonna
I'm with it, man. I wish you nothing but success, except not against us.
you feel me? Gonna kick their ass too.
Word.
And I like games like that because when you have friendships with people like that, like I always look at it like me. I got when I play when I'm against anything in my friend with my friends, I'm super competitive. I talk the most shit, eh, but it's still all love. I love you, but I want to kick your ass right now. That's the way I. And most of you could tell that's the way Jalen Brunson is. You could tell that's the way Julius Randle is. Because look at the way he went at Obi, and it wasn't
Word.
nothing malicious. Because after the game, he walked right over to Obi. Like as soon as the game was over, he walked directly to Obi to embrace him, and that's the way. So but that game they go look at each other. Oh, we gonna kick these guys' ass.
Hmm. Word.
Love them, and love them, and especially since RJ was talking all that shit about winning a bronze medal and beating the U.S. That's another thing too. Like, oh yeah, now we get to some payback. Jalen Brunson gets some
Right.
payback now. Now I'm gonna kick your ass. Word.
Word.
But yeah,
And
man.
even today, he was like, he grew up like, bro,
Oh,
you
rap.
told us the same. You told us the same thing.
Mm,
You told us the same thing. I mean, they haven't said anything bad, so it is what it is. But the good part is most of our guys know how these guys play. So it's gonna be fun
Word.
to
yeah.
see. It's gonna be fun to see. And I'm sure OG going into Toronto gonna be like, I'm about to show you.
This is what
Yeah.
this is what you guys are missing. Nah, I think OG.
Yeah.
I think, and one thing I will say I'll say I have failed to mention about acquiring OG because I think I kind of forgot a little bit. He's a champion.
That's a fact.
Hmm.
He's a whole champion. Got one of them things. Got one of them things. And
Yeah, he does.
having that championship pedigree in the locker room means a lot, especially playoff time. Somebody who's been on multiple playoff runs with the Toronto Raptors, so he's not shaken by the moment. You know that those moments are not too big for him. You know he's going to perform like he has performed in previous seasons, and that's big because I feel like our supporting cast usually falls to the wayside in playoff runs. Our last two, we definitely suffered from that. That nobody else
Hmm.
could step up to help the superstars. Now we got somebody who's been through it all that probably can, that will be able to be in a moment and help our guys going into play. Oh, I can't wait for playoffs because
We got,
if if Julius Randle's healthy, I can't wait for him to shut everybody the fuck up. I'm
and
petty.
not to mention, we got two guys who are champions on our team. We got DiVincenzo and OG Anunoby. So
Facts.
both of those guys have championship experience. I don't know if
Yeah.
OG got to play. I don't know if OG got to
He didn't play
play
in the playoffs.
in the playoffs, but yeah, they got that kind of
No.
experience.
OG got played in playoffs. He had like 27 games in the playoffs.
Yeah, but I don't
But
think he
he
played
didn't
in
play in
that
the
in that
Oh, that
finals.
in the
championship.
final.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
nah.
don't. He didn't play in the finals.
Yeah. But still being
So
around that energy is still important too. You feel
yeah,
me?
facts,
Because
facts,
neither did
facts.
Dante. Dante didn't play in the finals too because he was injured. He was injured. So, but just being around that aura and being around that energy and experiencing it is important. Seeing what it takes to be a champion, what the preparation is mentally and physically to take that next step and win it all. I mean, that's dope to have. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
shout out to the Knicks. Great win tonight. Oh man, I'm so happy we won that game. I don't like
Word.
Cat. I'm just gonna be perfectly honest. Don't like Cat. I
Me
didn't
too.
like. I like Anthony Edwards' game, but I don't like him. Ever since he did that line where he said, "Oh, we wanted RJ to take the shot." I never liked him since then. Ever since then, I was like, "Fuck that guy." Ever since
But
then, fuck that guy.
to a point, we got to give it to him. He was right, man. Like
you,
like yo, he
we
was
can say
right,
it
bro.
now. Look, I would not admit it before when RJ was on my team. I would not have admitted that when RJ was on my team. But now that RJ gone, yeah, he was right.
He was right. He was right, man. I'll let RJ take that shot anytime, but they won't let OG. They won't
Nah, he
let
gonna hit
OG
that
take that shot. He take that shot. He taking it. You better have a man on him.
facts.
Yeah.
38% 3-point shooter on the season. You heard? That's good
I
numbers.
think he shoot like 50% from the corners.
Like
Chill.
40.
It was like
He's like
48 point something.
yeah,
Yo, that's like almost 50%.
yeah. And you saw it tonight.
Word.
You saw it
Word.
tonight. The three pointers he missed wasn't from the. Like he missed one from the corner. Uh,
Yeah.
but the other two was in the corner.
Word. Word.
Word. But yo, shout out to everybody that pulled up. If you didn't already, press that like button for your peoples. You know what I mean? Sharing is always caring. You know what I mean?
Fact.
If you're new here, subscribe. And
Hmm.
we'll see. Wait, we play Wednesday?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think we play
I'm off
Wednesday again.
Wednesday. I'm off Wednesday. So yeah, I'll see y'all after the game Wednesday. We'll see y'all after the game Wednesday if everybody's available to pull up. But yeah,
Yo.
I holla.
Peace.